Am I live? Okay, if I'm live, welcome. I can never get this. This is StreamYard if you didn't know. So it's sometimes difficult to understand, but or to work. So bear with me. Let's give it one more minute. Let folks come on here. Again, if not, this is going to be recorded, so they can always watch it. But let's get folks a few more minutes to hang on, coming from work or putting the kids to bed or making supper. Give them a chance to come on, listen to this story, great story. Um, of someone just like you who's in the group, who's in our Facebook group, um, wanting something bad and making it happen. So give it a few minutes. Give me one to check my phone. 1 second. Again, during this, if you have any questions, please leave them in the chat. I know I have my YouTube channel on here and my so YouTube seeing this and my Facebook group. So any questions, put them in the chat. Any questions, put them in the chat. It's not gonna be too long. Um, she's a busy woman, so I don't want to keep her too long. So give it one more minute. One more minute. I'm just gonna look something up real quick. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. Oh, 1 second. How can we work with you? I can't see who this is, right? But it just says Facebook user. But if you are not in my Facebook group, it's easier, either my Facebook group or IG. It's easy to contact me. Let me see if I can put my you guys can't see this. I hope not. Let me put the link in the chat. See if this works actually. Hold on. Um Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. This is the Facebook group link. I'm not sure if you're in it already. If you're in it, just DM me, reach out to me. If you're not, just join the Facebook group right here, and then we can connect. All right. So a Facebook user, whoever this is. Real question. Are you on yeah, so you're on Facebook. So yeah, if you're on Facebook, definitely just reach out to me. Join my Facebook group, it's free. And then we can connect through that. It's easier than through Facebook. All right. Peace. All right. So real quick. Okay. So it's 7:09. At 7:10, we're going to start. Again, it won't be too long. Kind of want to definitely want to hear the story because when I first met her, you know what? No, I don't want to start yet. I don't want to start. She just gets on. I won't start yet. All right. Cool. So yeah. So ask to join. I'll accept you, and then we can go through the process. All right. Appreciate it, bro. All right. So, and those who are not in my on my YouTube channel, it is um YouTube Blue Collar CEOs. It's my YouTube channel. Blue Collar CEOs. It's my YouTube channel. My IG Instagram is my name right here. So at Kendall Wiz. So at Kendall Wiz is Instagram. My YouTube channel is Blue Collar CEOs. Right, and everybody should know right now. We just started the Clean Money Academy. I am doing some tweaks in the academy right now, so it should be just back to normal probably by the end of the week. I'll let people know. And obviously, if you're in my Facebook group, if you're in my Facebook group, you will get the first month free. So when it's ready to go, um, I'll send the link out. No charge for the first month. So start growing your guys' company. All right. Kendall Wayne Mills needs some advice on hiring employees. Just let me know. Any questions you may have, if we can go on, ask them on here, or we can schedule a free 15, 30-minute strategy call. Just DM me. All right. So let's start real quick. So it's 7:11. So I'm going to bring her on. Her name is Jamie. All right. Her company's name is Famous Pink Cleaning. All right. She can tell your whole story. I believe she's from Houston, Texas. Houston. She didn't tell you that, but somewhere in Houston. Let's bring her on right now. Jamie,
Hello.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay, okay. Famous Pink Cleaning. Okay, so folks are out here watching you.
Okay.
So a couple questions. Based on the first question is basically where you're from and how we got started.
Okay. Well, I'm actually not from Houston. I'm from Dallas.
Let's say that.
Um, but yeah, we've had many phone calls. So I am from Dallas. I got started cleaning when COVID hit, and I was like, oh my God, what is essential? Like, what am I going to do?
Okay.
And so then I had my cleaning business actually filed for a whole year prior to COVID even happening. So I had t-shirts, website, business card. I had everything to get started. So I was like, you know what? Now's the time. So we kind of started venturing. We did residential. And then after doing residential, I was like ready for bigger stuff. So we started moving into commercial. I like commercial a lot more because it's more consistent. It's more recurring. So you know that they're going to need a cleaning next week. Whereas homeowners sometimes are like, oh, don't come this week. We're busy. Kids are in school, whatever the excuse is. So, yeah, now we're doing commercial and getting ready for government contracts.
There you go. There you go. So, okay. So the question is, when you were just doing residential, how are you
Hmm.
getting leads for that? And
Okay.
what were you doing on the average month doing home cleaning, and how are you getting leads?
Okay. So I have a bunch of different ways. I don't like to put all of my eggs in one basket. So I attend networking meetings. I went to the Chamber of Commerce meeting for the town I live in. And then I started getting invited to all these other groups by a bunch of different people at the thing. They're like, hey, come to this group, come to that group. So that was a little challenging, but it was also fun because trying to balance, hiring people and maintaining the cleans and then attending all these meetings. But it actually worked out really well. I've gotten about one or two leads from every meeting that I've gone to. So building those relationships with those people is one way. And then another way is I advertise on Google. Um, Constantly updating my Google profile too. So, replying to reviews, uploading photos on there. Those are all things that will trigger the Google algorithm to allow you to get phone calls to come in. So, you don't just want to post yourself on Google and just say you're done. Like, you need to update that like it's your Facebook profile. So that's one thing that has helped me a lot.
So okay, so networking. I remember I put a post. I'm not saying this is the reason why, but I put a post for like networking and Chamber of Commerce, and I
Yeah.
believe the next day I seen your video on you online walking into a Chamber of Commerce meeting. Right,
Yeah.
hit me up. So, and
Yes.
you
I
got
was
like
like, I'm going to do it.
yep, and you got like some like a dead body cleanup the next from that meeting.
I
You
did.
kind of
Yeah.
quickly go over that. Yeah.
Okay, that was really fun actually. And that's something that I want to get even more into. You can get certified and all kinds of stuff to do more of those cleanings. But yeah, so basically, they were like, we got a dead body cleanup. Is this something that y'all do? And I was like, well, it sounds very interesting. We've never done it, but we're willing to do it. And so they were like, okay, well, we got the chemicals that we need. So just come on, bring the people. And I was like, all right, well, I got the people. So we showed up and it was like the body had already been removed and everything. We were honestly, as nasty as it may sound, we were kind of a little upset that it wasn't worse than what it was because obviously the worse it is, the more money, like we were thinking there was going to be like blood splatter on the wall and like all this fun stuff, and it wasn't all that. But it was cool to see the fluids on the floor, and we were like acting like crime scene investigators, and we were like, what do you think happened?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. But yeah, we just cleaned up human fluids on the floor, but we would definitely do more of those.
That's dope, dope. The main thing you're on, well, for me, you're on because you're not. But most folks who I talk to, other cleaning company, they might think that I have some special power. That's why we can, we do what we do as far as our, as far as getting clients and customers and us making six, seven
There's
figures.
really
But
not.
yeah, I wanted to bring on someone who is a year or two ago got into the space. She's not
Hmm.
8, 9, 10-year veteran, kids, works, has raised her son just like the average, just like most of these work on folks in the group. So
Hmm.
so tell the people, like, how are you juggling being a mom, these companies, all this
Oh,
stuff. How are you doing it?
definitely time management. I'm literally going from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. Um, I typically tell myself if I have time to watch TV, then I have time to be doing something else. So I just pretty much manage my time. Monday through Friday is completely focused on the cleaning business, and then Saturday and Sunday are kind of like errand days, family day, stuff like that. I also work out too. So being a mom, a business owner, and working out and meetings, it can get tricky, but yeah, just basically time management.
That's dope. That's dope. So I mean, again, I'm not a single mom. I have a 1-year-old. I'm not a single mother, so I can't even imagine. I'm not saying you're single, but I didn't ask that question. But just being moms, because moms are usually at that age the main provider, right?
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
provider. Like the father is the breadwinner, protector, but the time wise is usually the mom. So again, I can only imagine running this company. So here's one other question: What were you like? What was your business looking like a year ago? Was it just residential? What were you doing per month? Like 12 months ago, which was beginning of say 2022.
Hmm.
What were your company looking like?
Um, so that like again was mainly residential. We had like pretty decent months, but it would fluctuate a lot because some would be really busy. There would be some days that there would be 21 days that there was no breaks at all. So that's why commercial is more where it's at. As far as what the months looked like, are you talking about like as far as money wise? What did they look
Money
like?
wise, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Um, well, that's kind of a tricky question. Or it's like my profit or like the whole what after.
Company, yeah, company. What was the company doing? Average. I know some
Okay.
months were good, some months were okay, some months were just
So
like,
between
yeah.
5 and 7, between five
So,
and seven, those were like pretty consistent. Then between the summer months, between like June to August, those were getting to be like 10, 11, 13. Then now that we've incorporated commercial too, it's between 15 and 20.
that's dope. That's dope. So okay, so for the residential getting leads, you did the Google and the mainly the Google for the residential leads. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah. So I've actually found that the networking meetings help me with more commercial. Another little marketing thing that I do that kind of helps build relationships is making these little like marketing goodie bag things, and we'll put like a business card or like a brochure, a pin with our company name and phone number on it, just little like promotional item things, and then we'll stick them in there with like maybe some candy or something, and just go and pass them out to businesses. So that way we're kind of planting our name everywhere around, or they like that nice gesture and that piece of chocolate they got sitting at their desk,
Yeah.
so they remember they
That's
remember
dope.
us, and they're like, hey, call that company back, and so yeah, I just try and do it in different ways. Another way that I do is with emails. I know you talked about that. So yeah,
Execution,
content.
executions, whatever. So it sounds good, making money. You're doing pretty. You're growing. What are some of the limitations or the cons? What are some of the setbacks? Because I know
Mm.
there has to be some in growing this fast or getting bigger.
My biggest thing is the people. So I stopped. I had a thing posted on Indeed, and I literally was setting up individual interviews. I'm like, oh, I got somebody that wants to work. Yes, Then I just felt like I was in a hamster ball, like constantly hiring and firing people. The customers I had and everything, I was about to sell it all. I was done. And then I was like, wait a minute, like I have put so much time and money, like thousands of dollars into Famous Pink cleaning all over everything. So I was like, there's got to be a different way to do this. So I started looking into subcontracting. So subcontracting is so I do B2B and B2C when I'm doing the emails. So I'm not just emailing trying to get them for cleanings. I'm also emailing other cleaning companies and saying, hey, would y'all be interested in becoming a part of our vendor list? Boom, boom, boom. We need your price sheet. We need the areas that you service. We need all of that incorporated in this email. Reply back to this email if you'd like to be added to our list. So I've been contacting companies like that too, because if you think about it, if you're subcontracting to a company, they're already business minded. They are paying people as well to go and probably do the cleanings.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they're going to be more dependable as far as being on time.
Mm-hmm.
So those are
Very
more of
true.
the pros of that. But yeah, the cons would be dealing with individuals and trying to get them to show up. Seems like the game has changed a little bit as far as
Don't want
business.
to work. Yeah. All right, folks don't want to work. So you do feel that subcontracting
Mm-hmm.
has helped a little bit, being more
Mm-hmm.
consistent, finding people to kind
And
of do these
independent
jobs.
contractors. Independent
Independent
contractors.
contractors. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Those
yeah.
are another one.
Okay.
If you don't have necessarily enough for a bigger company to take on the jobs, like independent contractors are good because if you make them supply their own supplies, they're a little bit more accountable and reliable because obviously they're investing some money into the job already having their own supplies. So that helps. I've seen the difference too between hiring somebody who's using our supplies and hiring somebody that's using their own supplies. There's a little bit of a difference.
Got you. And what do you usually got? What's your payout? Is it a percentage? Is it hourly? How do you do that?
So
With subs? Yeah.
for the subs, we kind of do basically a percentage. And then if they actually work for Famous Pink Cleaning, they're not. They're still 1099 if they work for us, but just basically the difference is the independent contractors bring in their own stuff. So that's why they kind of do more of the percentage, whereas the 1099 subcontractors that work for us, they are just hourly. So I typically start for here, it's about $15 an hour if they don't have a vehicle, but if they do have a vehicle, it's between 17 and 20 an
Gotcha.
hour.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope. So for the folks on here who either on here now or going to watch this later on, like folks who can't get their first, just started business, can't get their first client, they've been trying, trying, trying. What advice can you give them in getting their first or second client?
Some advice that I would give is one, don't take no for an answer. Be persistent. Don't be annoying, but be persistent. Because I have had one lady who our office manager contacted her and she was like, oh my God, she was really rude. Like, I don't think they want us to clean. And I was like, no, call them back and ask for her boss because she's not the decision maker. And then what do you know? They ended up calling us back for cleaning. So just be persistent. That's probably the best thing I could say.
And what else? So other than obviously the cleaners, what other staff do you have on your team?
Other than the cleaners, so like I have an
Yeah.
independent contractor, and then I also have the other cleaning companies that I work with. I have about 3 of them right now, and then I also have other services that we offer, like window cleaning as well. That's one way, like if you can find ways to upsell your cleanings while you're already there, and then you just have your subcontractor list already put together, you can have 5 jobs at one job and have all these different subcontractors show up and you're getting paid. So that's kind of the reason I like venturing out. We're going to do moving services, window cleaning, and the cleaning.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. I think it was like maybe a month. I think no, it was the end of December when I told you. I didn't even know that you were, was doing 20K a month. What doing that this good, but I can tell that this she's gonna like she's killing because you kept like remember the first time we met. Well, we didn't even meet. First, you were in Dallas. I think you thought I lived in Atlanta, and
Yeah.
you were like, "Yo, I will fly to Atlanta for a meeting with you to sit down
Yes.
with you." Like, right? I was like, "I'm not from Atlanta. I'm from Boston." And you still said, "Okay, so are you free this weekend? I will fly to Boston to meet for a meeting with you." I was like, "You don't have to, but we can do a meeting on Zoom." On
I was like,
Zoom,
oh yeah, we do have computers now.
all right. But I can just tell, like, just like no one has ever, like, I can tell when someone is going to make it in any business. I don't care if it was doing hair. I can tell, like, like you said, being persistent, not taking no for an answer. Like it was crazy. I'm like, you got it. Like something like you got that it factor in this business. Again, this is not this is not rocket science. We clean dirt, right? So it's really up to
Right.
the person to make it work. Like if you are persistent, consistent, hard worker, you can make a lot of money in this business. A
Your
lot of money in this
systems
business.
too. Your
And
systems.
systems, yes. And systems. I always tell
That
people,
was
like, even for me, I have a coach. If you can get to where I am now in half my time, right? That would be great. You don't need 8 years to get to where I'm at, right? If you can get there in 3, in
right.
2, get a coach or a mentor to get you there faster.
Mm-hmm.
He or she's going to give you the blueprint or or where the minefields are. Don't go there,
Mm-hmm.
don't step there, do it this way. So you are definitely, like, one thing I know, that you're definitely open to taking like advice, or taking, like, if I say do this or hire this way, okay, let's do it. Let's try it out. If it don't work, you'll pivot, but you'll at least try to see, if this can make my life easier, I'm gonna try it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how, again, 20K a month and no experience in business owner, right? No, like, previous, like, business owner experience, or have you?
So growing up, my parents were both self-employed. So I'm not used to no 9 to 5 at all, really. Like anybody telling me to be somewhere at a specific time, I'm like, now if I get to choose my schedule and be there at that time, then I'll be there. But
Yeah.
it just, I always worked 2 jobs when I did work a job, but I stopped working for somebody about 6 years ago.
Okay, that's dope. All right, so last two questions, all right? One, you mentioned, well, last questions kind of tied in together. You mentioned next step is government contracting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like? What's your next step, and what do you see yourself by the end of this year? Like, where do you want to be? What's your goals? I don't want to say five. But by the end of this year, where do you want to be at?
Okay, so I'm gonna throw a little curveball in there because um, I've been pondering on this, and I know in one of our conversations we talked about this, but my
Mhm.
company name, okay, I was like all for it at first 4 years ago when I made it, and I was like, this is gonna be so cute, famous pink cleaning, right? But I'm over it. I don't want it. this name anymore. So I've already picked a name out and everything. There's a lot of paperwork and stuff that I have to do in between. But my vision for my new company that's going to be super professional looking, new color scheme, all that, is yes, I'm going to get this lady to do the SBA website, filling out all of that. And she was like, it's a long process, but it takes about, I want to say she said it takes about 3 months to get the government thing filled out, all of that. You filled it out. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep, yep,
Because you're
yep,
getting government contracts. So
yep.
she said it's pretty tedious, but I see myself, I'm trying to get up to, I want to do 30 a month. So we're going to start with baby steps because hey, it can get hectic, but you don't want to make unrealistic goals because you will never accomplish them.
Yeah.
So you want to set baby steps for yourself. So starting out from 5,000 to 10 to 15 to 20 to 30. And so that's where we're going to see in the next, we'll say by July.
Okay, it's dope. Okay, okay. I'll be watching,
Mhm.
talking to you.
Okay.
So, for again, for the folks to hear this, folks who are just beginning, or folks who are like, "Will can this work? Do you have to have like some special talent to make this work?" You said persistent. Don't take
Mhm.
no for an answer. Um, follow advice of others. Like networking is big. Um, what did you say? You
Time
said
management, being
time,
self-disciplined.
time management, discipline, all that stuff plays. Okay, so folks who are just hearing or haven't got that first or second contract, again, this is she's giving you the blueprint how to make 10, 20, 30, at least how to make 10,000 a month, which is the first step. That first six figures, that 10,000 a month, right? Again, this is not, I always say this is not the hardest part of this is ourself, not the actual business up here, right? It's not the actual business. Like folks need their stuff clean. It's not even like they
Right.
need their stuff clean. Businesses need their stuff clean. So you have to be in their face enough times for them, so they notice you to say, okay, I pick Famous Pink Cleaning. Come clean,
Mm-hmm.
come try it out, right? And then the higher you get, I don't want to say less competition up here. Not up here, like I'm up there, but it is more cutthroat because
Yeah.
it's more money involved. So it is, I will say that you will, and you're a woman too, minorities want, like, it is more cutthroat. Like you're definitely going to see these big businesses who are getting these $3 million contracts. Like, who's this little pink lady coming in taking
Right.
my contract, right? Because we got that. Like, who's this? Who are these little? Who are they to get our contract? So how dare you stay down there with the,
Right.
stay down there. So, but it's for us, it's fun. Like we love it. Like we love it. I mean, we've been spied on from other companies that we took their
Really?
contract from. No question. I mean, again, this is like, if you're dealing with $1 million contract and you lose it, you want to
No, why?
fight
Yeah.
somebody. Yeah, you want to yeah, you want to hurt fight somebody. So, but again, it's
Right.
worth it because it changes life. So, okay. Any last words you want to leave the audience with?
Oh, no. I think we just got to keep going.
Thanks, Larry. I appreciate it. So, thank you for coming on. Again, she's in the
Of
group.
course.
If you have any questions, what's your
Yeah.
name in the group? Is it
It's Jamie
it's not
Lackland in the
Amy
group.
Lack?
So,
Yeah, she's in the
yeah.
group. Any questions? I'm sure reach out to her. She'll answer them. This is going to be in the group for a while, this video. But again, it's Famous Pink Cleaning. And if you are in, is it Texas or
Yeah.
Houston?
Dallas, Texas.
If you're in Texas and you're a cleaning company and you want to do some sub work, reach out to her.
Yes. Let
Yeah,
me know.
reach out to her. All right. Jamie, I thank you. I'm sure I'll
Of
talk to you
course.
soon. Have a good one.
All
Thank you.
right.
All right. All right. There you have it. All right. So again, she's in the group. So any questions you have for her, reach out to her, Jamie Lackland. If you're from the Texas area, she's looking for subs to do some work at. Like, she has this talent where when we talk, it was never about her having an issue on getting clients. It was creating systems because she wasn't really good at, she needed to create systems and hiring. And how do you go to the next level? Because she was like, again, she was stuck at the, not stuck, but she was at 3, 5,000 a month level, and she wanted to get to that next level. So that's when I told her, you got to kind of get out there, network. You're not going to get those bigger contracts like just posting on IG and just wishing and hoping. You got to get out there and let these big boys know, or these bigger companies know, that I'm here. All right. So that's what she did. And she got out there networking. And I think she got a client the first time she went to a networking event. She got a client, that the dead person, which was crazy. But again, I'm not saying, because again, she has the tenacity. She was going to make it regardless. She just happened to find me on IG, which led to us meeting every few weeks and talking, which led to her joining the Facebook group. And she just kind of followed some of my advice and took action. Again, key word is she took action. Not knowing it was going to work, she took action. All right. So again, I don't want to be all night at 7:37, but folks on here have any questions? If not, going to call it a night. But again, this is going to be on for a while. And if you're in the group, DM me. I think the person who wanted to work I think she's from Boston. I think that was it Tony Lee? Is that her name? I can't remember her name. I think it was Tony Lee, if I can remember. Tom, if I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. But if, I think she's from Boston, so we're can't be far apart. All right. So reach out to me. The person who needs some advice for hiring employees, also DM me. We'll set up a call for you, free call. All right. So not hard to find. I'll be in the group. DM me and let's win. All right. Okay, hold up. I can't pronounce that. Todi, Todi. I can't pronounce that. I apologize. I have to hear it. I have to hear it for the. All right, I have to hear it. All right. But have a good night. Any questions? Reach out. Peace.